Good morning, everybody. Hello, welcome to this Nimans webinar for Ericsson LG. My name is John McKilland. I'm the National Sales Manager for Solutions team, and I'll be taking you through the presentation today. Just a bit of housekeeping. You'll notice from the camera that we are actually in a live office environment, so we'll have members of staff walking behind me, etc. So please just sort of be aware that that's going to be going on. With me, also sat just behind me, is John Bird, who's managing our Q&A session. So you'll notice on the Zoom toolbar that you'll have next to participants and chat, there is a Q&A function. So as we go through, if you can use Q&A, John will be able to take those questions and we'll answer either directly in the webinar or directly through that particular function. So today we're going to talk about why Nimans and why Ericsson LG Cloud. Ericsson LG was one of the cloud brands that we've brought on over the last 12 months and into our portfolio. So I'll be taking you through some of the aspects of that proposition and what we do as a company. We can't cover everything today. It's not a training session, so there are some items that we've not included in the webinar. Things like the Ericsson LG Cloud Mobile and Attendant, and a few other bits and pieces. But we'll give you the crux of what you need today, and we'll be able to take your questions. And of course, we'll follow up after this webinar and speak to you on a one-to-one basis anyway. So just a little bit about Nimans, and we've been able to position ourselves as obviously as a go-to people for technology. As we've said, we've been expertly delivering technology for over 35 years. In that time, we've earned a reputation as a go-to people, and we want to be the go-to people for your cloud services as well. We've been in cloud for quite some time now with our own branded products. Of course, we've increased our portfolio since. So effectively, we've experienced every landmark event and milestone and advancement in technology that's been around, certainly in the modern era. Cloud is part of that, and it's probably the most seismic change we've seen in the marketplace for quite some time, and of course exacerbated by the COVID response. But over the last 35 years, we've consistently grown as a business. 1.7 billion pounds worth of technology products delivered since 1985, and that's going back to things like the basic analog fax machine right up to where we are now with cloud technology. So everything in between and every technology you can possibly think of. We have some operational excellence that we're rightly proud of. Our orders for next day delivery are delivered 99.6% of the time, and within 30 minutes of placing an order for collection from our offices here at Julian Nyman House, then that parcel will be ready for you to collect. We've added to our distribution centre over the last few years, so we're now 50,000 square feet of distribution centre with a £17 million stock holding, and that is nearly more than double than what we were doing 2 or 3 years ago. We currently process over 10,000 orders a week, and over the last 35 years, we have experience of servicing our customers fully with all of our 200 suppliers and over 20 years of flexible experience in financial solutions as well. So definitely find your flow with Nimans, and we're able to provide you with all the products and services that you'll need. Nimans is the best choice for cloud UC solutions. We've put together a portfolio of products that are differentiate, but also complement our channel offering. So we've sold hosted services via our network services team for many years now. We've now integrated our Beyond Connectivity simplified hosted product into our Nimans standard offering. We've recently had a very, very successful launch of NEC's Univerge Blue, which is a very different kind of cloud product. And also, we've also added into that an agency model with Zoom, which gives our portfolio so quite a bit of breadth and depth. It's a natural progression for us to look at things like Zoom and NEC's Univerge Blue, but also Ericsson LG, because it complements our endpoint business and what we're doing with both our Teams and Zoom certified devices. So we're not just about hosted telephony, we offer a full wide-ranging portfolio of products and services under the Cloud UC Solutions banner, and we're able to offer an end-to-end full UC portfolio for a cloud and everything in between. Ericsson LG offers something very different. It's a chance for us to own our own platform, and we've productized that and put that into a wholesale model that's going out under our Nimans brand only, with a feature-rich platform that really does put the power of the PBX into the heart of the cloud. And we carry that forward with our full range of UC products, services, and solutions. So, unified communications. So we talk about cloud, we talk about hosted. From a Nimans perspective, we bundle those together. We talk about just UC, and we combine all those aspects together. The world is not just migrating to cloud, it's evolving in the cloud. And if we look at Zoom, they were born out of the cloud, and they are an example of a modern day telecommunications company that has enhanced the power of the cloud. In our channel, we still see a lot of TDM technologies going out there. It's still dominant in the marketplace. It's still nearly half of all the handsets that we send out. However, technology adoption life cycle is accelerating, and we're seeing a huge uptake in the IP and cloud technologies. Transition to cloud is inevitable. We all know that. The pace is picking up exponentially, and we're really having to adapt and change for that. So it's not just the technology that's changing, though. It's the business finance models changing. People are becoming more digitally native. Subscription is the norm. So again, cloud fits into that perfectly. What we have at home is what we don't expect in the office, whether it be the UC device we're using, Bluetooth compatibility, webcam, wireless keyboards, absolutely everything. We want to take that into our office. People are now fully integrated with their technology and their data. If you couple that with hybrid working, productivity and profitability are being driven upward by cloud technologies and a full UC solution. Now, normally we would present these webinars from a home environment, which is where we've been working for a little while. And certainly the way that the market has changed, the way we've had to adapt is what we're seeing our customers having to do. From an Armis perspective, we're back in the office 2 days a week. Today is one of those 2 days. The rest of the time, we actually work from home. That's all of your account management, our accounts facilities, absolutely everything working from a home environment. And we have dual screens, webcam, wireless keyboards, mouse on our desk, and I have the ability to plug into 4 different UC platforms to communicate and with our customers, and obviously do these webinars as well. So we have a wide range of products and services that come out via the Nimans brand. And really, we're trying to help the agile reseller to be able to walk in, take over, transform their customer with create flexible and adaptable solutions. We're trying to look to help the reseller plug their customer into their tech and their data. And Ericsson LG does provide us with the features and functionality to make pretty much your customer's future their present. So time to change. World has changed. We need to change with it. So we're looking at new opportunities and new technologies. So as a business, we've adopted iPECS TV over the last 2 years. We've put some AV screens and some other new technologies and around that product and portfolio. COVID has introduced a new way of working, and working hybrid has seen a duplication of those technologies. So again, massive opportunity for all of us to take some of those bundled products and services, bundle them in with our cloud offering, in this case Ericsson LG, and take that to market. So we've needed to change. We've had to adapt our services and our, to service our channel fully and broaden our portfolio of products and services. So Ericsson LG, which we signed up with in December of last year and announced in Q1, has seen us go through the last 6-7 months of some testing and some building within our data center and able to bring this product to life for you and bring it into the channel. Cloud adoption has accelerated exponentially, as I mentioned before, but the conversation is not just now about cloud versus PABX. It's about how you combine those two together and who can service those. And again, with Ericsson LG, continuing with their continuing with their on-premise solutions and their cloud solutions. Of course, we have a hybrid way of bolting those two services together. So again, an easy adoption for a customer onboarding with an Ericsson LG on-premise system. Right now, they can then migrate that system to the cloud. We like to tell people we are the logistics agent for the industry, and I think we look at the IP endpoints and the headsets that we move forward and into the channel, then quite clearly that's exactly where we are. But we're doing that now for on-premise and cloud solutions. We are providing obviously products and services into the ITSPs, as well as the larger resellers and the SMB channel as a whole. A little bit about Ericsson LG Cloud. So you may have heard of Ericsson LG separately. Some of you will know that obviously there has been a joining of those two businesses, a joint venture since the early 90s. Ericsson, based out of Stockholm, known for their network infrastructure and used by numerous governments around the world, most recently for 5G, but also well known as being the inventor of the Bluetooth technology. LG, based out of Seoul in South Korea, again, they provide the innovative endpoint design, but also famous obviously for their TV and other white goods. As a joint venture, they are evolving, innovating telecommunications in the business space, not just in the UK, but obviously worldwide. But here in the UK, as of today, there are over 100,000 systems, both on-premise and cloud, that have been sold into the UK across all business verticals. For us, it was an opportunity to invest and own our own platform. It's a significant investment on our behalf to bring that forward. We've launched that in this quarter, so Q3 of this year. Q3 of this year, last quarter we launched as we move now into Q4. Telehouse is our primary site. We have a backup data center and an installation in Reading. We've got full SIP trunk capacity built in through our network services providers, and of course we've fully integrated that into our Nimans billing platform as well. So Ericsson LG gives you, as a brand, two options: cupboard or cloud, as they would phrase it, giving the customer a choice, which for those of you who've joined some of our other webinars will know that this is something that we've very much put on the table as part of our primary offerings, and actually would give you a choice of platforms and a choice of solutions. And Ericsson LG gives you an excellent choice between the on-premise or cupboard solution and obviously cloud. There's a clear market move to cloud, and so say that's inevitable, that's going to happen. But nothing has been neglected by Ericsson LG. They are not removing their on-premise offering. They continue to enhance that and work with that. And of course, what you have is standardized IP endpoints, which give iPECS cloud users the same features and functionality as you'd pretty much expect on an on-premise PBX. So typically, when we look at the deployment methods that we've got, we have our local system, our on-premise system, a traditional box that obviously we bolt into onto the wall, connect our lines and handsets physically, and of course that is your CapEx model. Whether we're using leasing services or cash payment or whatever, then that is our standard offering in the channel at the moment, and that is what people are tending to gravitate away from. But with Ericsson LG, of course, you can put this private cloud solution in place with VMware and obviously virtualized UCP. So again, taking out that traditional box, you can host that into a data center if you wish, or on-premise or on a server. And again, the flexible but inexpensive, do apologize, I've lost the slide. There we go. Flexible but inexpensive, large upfront costs and monthly costs for those data centers all come into play. Where public cloud or our hosted offering comes into play, of course, it actually gives you a lot more control and takes some of those expensive costs out of the way. But of course, more importantly, it gives you that transition from on-premise into the cloud environment. So let's have a quick look at some of the licenses. So there are some options that you've got, and of course, the first step to bring a customer onto the cloud platform is to purchase a seat license. And as I say, you do have options. Seat license does include call control. It just gives you a seat on the platform. You'll need to add call control later, and I'll be covering those off as we go forward. But you do get a standard set of features and minutes included with every license. Those minutes are pulled across your customer users. So 10 users will multiply your minutes up by 10, and those are the pulled minutes you have for your customer. So standard set of features that you have with a monthly user license are include voicemail with voicemail to email, auto attendant and hunt groups, paging groups, mobile extension, mobile twinning. Most important feature, I think, at the moment is call recording, which you get 3 months of that FOC built into each of those cloud seat licenses. You'll get access to basic call logging and a central directory of 3,000 numbers per customer. You'll have access to a user portal. Now, you as a reseller will have access to your portal, and your customer will also have access to their own as well. As I say, along with 500 minutes per user bundled in. Your options on those licenses, we have a standard 30-day rolling contract, or you could look for a 3 or a 5-year option, which gives you a slightly reduced cost. And that's a set cost per month per user. From that, you would spin off into iPECS 1 as a software, as a soft client on the screen, but also look at things like some of the other bolt-ons around whether you want to be a mobile user or CRM integration, Teams, and Outlook integration. And I'll be covering off some of those points as we move forward. If you have the right business model, then lifetime licenses are also available. There is some investment required on behalf of the reseller. Of course, a satisfactory business case needs to be agreed by all stakeholders. But for those resellers who have the reach and volume, then this option can put the reseller in complete control of what they're offering under their own brand and provide a financially rewarding solution that differentiates, but more importantly, adds value to your channel. In return, small monthly management fee per license is required to keep that service live. So effectively, you would purchase a bulk of licenses up front with a discount applied. You can keep those licenses. Once the customer's left, you can contract and reuse them elsewhere. And while that license is active, a small monthly upkeep cost is included. Again, you get the same set of standard features as we talked about before. So voicemail to email, alternate home groups are standard. But of course, with that management fee, you also get some minutes into the cloud as well. And again, as with the monthly lifetime license, you would spin off into the kind of call control you want, whether that be a desk phone or iPECS one, and of course the other bolt-ons which you would contract on a normal basis as you move forward. We also have a light user license. Now, effectively, this gives you a low cost of entry as a monthly license. This is only available on a 30-day rolling contract basis. Very, very limited feature set, and there are no add-on options to go into this at all. So this is kind of ideal for sort of hotels, schools, doctors, surgeries, etc. But really where we're seeing this deployed is where there's analog devices or door phones are in play. And of course, any call charges are on a cost per call basis. But the light license does not include voicemail with voicemail to email. There is no call recording built in, no basic call logging. You don't have the ability to be a multi-user. There are no ACD, fax, or any of the other add-ons, and there are no inclusive call minutes. So this is a very, very low cost of entry, simple solution, as I say, used primarily where there are analog devices or door phones deployed. Now we get into things like call control. I'm going to go through some of the Teams license first. So 2020 has shown us that collaboration tools are really important, and Microsoft Teams have probably had the most explosive growth through lockdown. And that's clearly shown there's a requirement for Windows-based collaboration. With iPECS Teams, the customer can retain that collaborative environment and that they're used to, while incorporating a wealth of features and benefits that come with the iPECS Cloud. So just true whether the customer is actually using the Teams client on a desktop or whether they're using it via Wi-Fi on the mobile or 4G. So got the best of both worlds. You can use the collaboration features in the normal Teams environment. And then if someone calls my extension or I need to make an outbound call, I can make that call from the client and it's pushed out through the cloud. But it's still obviously access to the full feature set that's available from iPECS. So you would bolt this into whether you have a monthly or a lifetime license. So with the 30-day rolling contract, 3 or 5 year term contract, you can bolt this on, and the Teams license is purely 30-day rolling contract. So you've selected your monthly seat license, you take your iPECS to Teams license, that gives you your call control. The only other thing you'll need is a business voice license from Microsoft with no minutes. Effectively, that gives you some continuity with what the customer's probably already using, and you can bolt the cloud features straight in on top of that. Alternatively, you might want to use the iPECS One soft phone. Now, when you take the iPECS soft phone, it supports 3 devices, but it does come in 2 flavors. You could use it just purely as a soft phone on the desk and mimic that deployment on your mobile phone, or even work with a desk phone, or as a single call control tool with to be able to control your desktop device, such as your handset. You won't be able to make calls from the soft phone at that point, but you can use it to for presence, contacts, and click to dial. So call control, web-based deployment, it's a WebRTC product. Voice calls, so either as assistant or through soft phone, gives you full presence status plus multi-party instant messaging, call logs and high-quality one-to-one video. There's an optional CRM integration, so we have a separate license to allow Outlook and click-to-dial integration. There's also an add-on called Spaces, which gives you the opportunity to have internal, external collaboration, desktop sharing, app sharing, whiteboard, and a multi-party video service as well. So iPECS One is the next generation of mobile and PC-based voice video communications. PC users and IT managers no longer need to download applications or manage that software. iPECS One is built on WebRTC and allows PC-based users to set up voice, video, and chat sessions through those features I've already explained. iPECS One as a call control tool, as I say, can be used just to control the desktop on the phone. So effectively becomes a first-party CTI application, except all of your voice calls are actually made through the handset, not through the soft phone. So we'll give you some on-screen tools that allow you to manage that instance. The iPECS One, say full web-based soft phone, Users can be single or multi-device. So for myself, I use the full client. So I have this on my mobile, I have it on my desktop, and if I had a handset, I would use it for the handset as well. But effectively, most people are using these at the moment. We see pretty much on the desktop or the mobile, and we have about 50% take up with desktop handsets with each deployment. So I'm going to take you through some of the system features. I'm not going to go into huge amounts of details for these, but I will touch on some of these key features because it really does lend to the comment I made earlier. It puts the power of the PBX at the heart of the cloud. So you'll see that these are some very, very strong PBX features. So voicemail is a standard feature, so it's included with your seat license for standard seat license, and can be provided for an individual extension as well as home groups. So you have voicemail messages are stored for 60 days. Personal greetings can be recorded and played to callers when the extension is busy or when there's no answer, or even both. Messages can be retrieved from the user portal, the extension, or remotely by dialing into the voicemail. So you've got configurable alerts there as well, so it can alert you to voicemail, and that's a WAV file that can be downloaded. And the email that you will receive will include the time, date, and also the CLI of the caller as well. So you're getting full information through on your email. We talk about voicemail on the move for smartphone, laptop, and be able to forward to other users, but effectively it gives you an opportunity to move to obviously a one number strategy if you wanted to. So auto attendant, I'm pretty sure we all know what an auto attendant is and what it does, but just to give you an idea of the power of this in the cloud environment, you have 200 programmable announcements for the auto attendant. It's also a multi-level auto attendant, and you have the ability to route to an individual station, a particular announcement if you want to, a speed dial, or even a group voicemail. So again, a very, very powerful auto attendant tool, and again, the sort of thing you'd expect to find on a PBX that's available to you in the cloud. Like auto attendant, I'm pretty sure we all know what mobile twinning is as well, but just for clarification, an extension can be programmed to twin with up to 4 external numbers. So it doesn't have to be a mobile, it can be a home phone or another landline number. When the extension is called, the system will dial external numbers, and when answered at the mobile extension, the call can be transferred back into the system by dialing a star and followed by the extension number. So again, very, very simple to operate from a dumb device such as a mobile phone, analog phone, or other. Calls can be set to call immediately or with a delay as well. So again, talking about that one number in any location, being able to publish a landline telephone number on your business cards and email signatures. Extension user controls where to answer that call, the desk phone or their mobile, and calls can be transferred to other extension users. Importantly, if you need the call to go out via the telephone system, then you can do that. So from your mobile, you can be programmed, your mobile number can be programmed up as a trusted number on the iPECS cloud. By calling your DDI, it will present you with a dial tone, allowing you to call out, which importantly will give you a call recording of that call as well, should you want it. So again, very, very powerful tool to use within the cloud environment. Conferencing is very much an underutilized tool we find within cloud, and although lots of people like to collaborate, it is quite common to collaborate with people through our Teams or Spaces on the Ericsson LG Cloud. We find that people just don't want to turn their camera on. So conferencing again is probably underutilized, but you have the ability to have conference calls easily achieved via 3-party ad hoc conference calls, and you can do that from your device. Or there are conference rooms that you can set up with a dial-in number and PIN code access, and those conference calls can be recorded. So your chargeable options, your upgrade options for those rooms are 825 or 100 concurrent user options. With that, you have the ability to schedule conferences. You can record participants' names on entry, security code authentication if you require it, conference control for the user, but also some web-based management as well. So again, very, very comprehensive conference bridge that's available within the cloud environment. Some of the other sort of additional features when we talk about time-based routing scenarios. One of the questions we had recently about departments with a particular end user customer that were operating at different times of the day, and they were struggling to find a solution where they could actually route calls into them at the correct time. So with the Ericsson LG Cloud, you can route by day, date, and time routing. and that can be to an individual department or individual. It can be an extension or system-wide. And again, this is end-user editable working patterns, so they can build these working patterns themselves. It's not something that you need to do for them. They can do it through their own portal. You've also got virtual hot desking as well. So this allows the users to log into another phone at any desk. Again, this is now an environment that we've moved to. So I have no permanent desk here at Nimans. We're all hot desk users now. So again, with Ericsson LG, you have the ability to do that. It temporarily moves your profile to that device that you're using. You still get access to your iPECS One core control, so that's still supported on your laptop or your mobile device. More importantly, no additional license is required. That is a standard feature within the platform. You've got some standard reporting that's built in. So there are call management reports, which I'll go through in a moment, but there are two basic reports that are built into the system that you can access free of charge. So two reports, viewed through the customer manager portal. You have a call summary report, which gives you a basic call count per extension per hour. And that's the top graphic that you can see on screen at the moment. Or there's a call detail report, which gives you full details of calls made or received, and that can be exported to Excel. So that's in the second graphic that you can see on screen. So again, quite a simple reporting structure, but again, incredibly useful for an end user customer if they want to have a deeper dive into their usage of their phone system. But of course, we'll give you the catalyst then to go and sell some bolt-on options. And with that, that brings us to iPECS Analytics, which is just in the process of actually being launched. So this is going through second phase of testing at the moment. It is, in fact, should be live. So real-time statistics that will be available to your end user customer. Standard and custom reporting is out of the box. It's not going to be an issue. It's ordered and provisioned via the iPECS Cloud portal. So everything is done through the cloud environment. Very, very simple pricing licensing structure, and that's just about to come out. And this is designed to work with the iPECS Cloud from the ground up. So this is very much a spin-off for those of you familiar with the iPECS reporting within the on-premise system. This is kind of a spin-off to that. We'll give you some very, very detailed reporting infrastructure. So coming soon, watch this space. We'll get some more information out to people over the next week or two about that particular product. Call recording, we've already mentioned. So again, standard feature. So you've got 3 months worth of call recording FOC that's available to you with every seat license, but not the light license as we've already discussed. It's programmable. You can set it to always record, or it can be on demand, and you can start the recording using keys on the handset. So fully encrypted, GDPR compliant, and you have the ability to add storage up to 7 years if you require it. So easy to retrieve via a portal, and you can do, obviously your call recordings can be forwarded. And obviously you're going to use this for dispute resolution and training, the usual thing. And again, a nice sort of report from the recording group report there. You give you an idea of the kind of detail that's available. CRM integrations, I'm pretty sure all of us are familiar with Mondego and the kind of work that they do. So the Mondego tools are available with Ericsson LG on-premise and cloud solutions. So in addition to any standard iPECS One functionality, providing integration with over 100 plus of the top CRM packages. As I say, we do have a specific license that enables CRM integration to Outlook, and we'll also give you click to dial as well, which is again our most common license. So includes all the features, the Outlook plugin plus screen pop-in and click to dial from those CRM packages. It's chargeable as an add-on on a per user basis, and obviously gives you those dial from web pages in Outlook as well as screen pop, etc. from Outlook as well. Web fax, unbelievably, people still send to faxes. We still sell fax machines and peripherals as well. So web fax is now built into the portal. It is a chargeable add-on. Again, probably underutilized, but certainly we see still a lot of take up of this in the NHS and medical environment. So web fax will allow you to call, call to be routed to fax destination. And basically what it does is it will listen for a fax tone on your extension. If it hears that fax tone, it will automatically route your call through to the fax server on the portal. So finally, hunt groups. And again, I'm pretty sure we all know what hunt groups are, but again, an underutilized scenario within the cloud environment. Standard feature, so you have the ability to program up your customers' hunt groups, either circular, first idle, longest idle, or multi-ring environments. Each of these groups can have one announcement programmed to be played to callers. There is basic functionality to queue a call with one announcement, and the cloud also supports paging groups, pickup groups, and of course manages secretary pairing as well. So again, standard feature within the portal, no extra charge. Let's take a look at some of the handsets now. So the Ericsson LG terminals are compatible with the UCP range as well as the cloud environment. Here at Nimans, as and when you buy a handset for cloud, we will automatically capture the MAC address and upload that into the cloud portal. So when it arrives with you, it is ready to rock and roll on the cloud platform. Your entry level and probably our biggest seller is the 1010i. It's a basic 4-line black and white display with 4 self-labeling keys, 3 soft context sensitive keys. It's got a basic headset port, full duplex speaker, and it's got 2 LAN ports at the back. Again, very, very basic entry level handset, and our largest seller. The 1020i is new. This wasn't available in the marketplace until recently. And again, talking to our suppliers, we've asked them to bring that in as a mid-range cost of entry IP phone. Effectively, again, 4-line black and white display with 16 self-labeling keys. You have the same 3 soft context sensitive keys, full duplex speaker, and again, your 2 LAN ports. The 1030i is where it's the 1030i is where things start to get in. Sorry, someone trying to ring me on my mobile phone. I do apologise. So 6-line colour display, 18 self-labeling keys. That's over 3 pages. Again, three soft context sensitive keys. Now you've got a headset port that is EHS compatible, and I'll cover off some of the headsets that's available to everybody shortly. Full duplex speakerphone. At this point, you're now looking at 2 gigabit LAN ports as well. So again, very, very important thing. It's that environment. If someone wants a gigabit pass through, then the 1030i is your starting choice. The 1040i just expands on what we've already discussed with the 1030i, except now you've got an 8-line color display with 24 self-labeling keys. Other than that, the feature set is exactly the same with the 2 gigabit LAN ports, but now you see the addition also of a USB port. So those that like to use a USB dongle for their headset, then obviously that will work for you as well. The 1050i, again, a further expansion on the 1040i. Again, the same 8-line color display, but now you have 36 self-labeling keys, and again, exactly the same feature set. Recently launched, we have the 1080i. This is a 7-inch full-color backlit touch display, tablet phone, if you will. It's got 48 self-labeling keys, supports Android 10. Again, headset port with it, which is HS compatible, full duplex speakerphone, but this time it's got an 8-megapixel camera. So again, if we looking to double this in with some of the things that we talked about with iPECS 1 and having the ability to have spaces with video conferencing, etc., now you can actually do that from the phone on your tablet. Has HDMI, USB, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and NFC connectivity, and operates off a dual-core CPU. Certainly an excellent executive phone. In terms of DSS console, you have 2 options. There is a 24 button. This is your basic 24 button paper label standard DSS console that's compatible with the 1030i, 1040i, and 1050i. So again, when we're talking about starting point, if someone is looking for a basic entry level phone with a DSS console, then they can't go for the 1010i or the 1020i. Your starting point is the 1030i. It's great in individual use, but you can only provide one of these per handset. If you're looking for a multiple deployment, then again, the recently released 1040i LSS will give you that. So again, backlit color console will fits nicely with our 1030i, 1040i, and 1050i handsets. Gives you 48 self-labeling flex buttons, and you can have up to 3 of these can be connected per handset. So if you do have someone who wants to have that traditional DSS console, again, we have a solution that's able to have those buttons on their desktop. Importantly, DECT, again, another underutilized technology within cloud platforms. although we are starting to see this now ramp up. So DECT is available through the Ericsson LG Cloud product. PO is required for these. So base station will give you 8 simultaneous calls. Our wireless repeater is 1 per base station. And this is a range of handsets available. The large handset at the bottom there is the 158. So that's a ruggedized handset. And again, this is simple to deploy on the cloud platform. So most of you will know that we offer a huge range of SIP devices, and there are Teams and Zoom compatible, as well as DECT handsets. So what I've not covered off today, things like the Maxwell handsets, they're also compatible with the platform. We've got some Yealink and Polycom and 2N devices that are compatible as third-party devices. So currently, the CP920, 960 conference units from Yealink are compatible with the platform, as is the older Yealink range. So the T42, 19 and 21Ps, the 48, 27 and 29G phones, as well as the 52P and W53H. The new Yealink DECT phones are currently going through testing to test their compatibility, and we will be looking at the new Yealink U range for you to take on board as well, and they will be tested shortly, and we'll be able to announce those at some point over the coming quarter. But again, if you have legacy devices that you want to carry forward with a customer, then those are available to use on the platform. In terms of Polycom, obviously huge shortage in the channel of Polycom devices at the moment, but if someone's got a legacy IP5000 or VVX 310, 410 or 400 handsets, again, these can be used on the cloud platform. And of course, from a door entry perspective, we talked about having that light license, that light seat license that will give you a low monthly cost for a door phone or an analog device. Again, that's the kind of license you would use with the Helios IP range of door phone units from 2N. Headsets are an important part of the UC journey. I'm using a Jabra headset today, but I also have a JPL corded headset as a backup when the battery goes. And again, we have a full range. I think probably most people don't realise just how big a headset distributor that Nimans are. In terms of JPL and Jabra, we are the largest distributor across EMEA for their products and devices. Where EPOS are concerned, we are their largest distributor worldwide. And certainly, if someone said we were going to be a £40 million headset business a few years ago, I think we might have blinked. But certainly, that's the size of the business that we've got at the moment. And of course, we're continuing to increase that range and our depth and breadth of products in those from those suppliers. One of the things we get asked for a lot with Ericsson LG is the JPL range, and it is the one that we would recommend as a low cost of entry. So the X500 DECT range is EHS only, so binaural, monaural, and with the various connected leads, etc., is available from your account manager, and you will use those for the 1030i, 1040i, and 1050i. There's also a corded option with the 501S, again, quick disconnect, and this is available across all devices, so the 1010i up to the 1080i, and there is a monaural and obviously a binaural offering for those as well. Could talk about headsets all day long. Well, I promise you I won't do that, but we do have alternative solutions through EPOS and Jabra. But certainly from a low cost of entry and ease of supply, then all of these headsets from JPL are currently widely proliferated across the Ericsson LG Cloud platform. AV solutions is something we brought in last year, and we've looked at a number of different suppliers, and we've added those into our portfolio. They sit within our security and AV division. I think importantly, from an end-to-end solution, we sell LG displays. The screen picture, this is just a basic desktop display, and they're about £120 retail, I guess. But we offer a full range of LG screens, whether they be ergonomic, the curved screen, and obviously we have full access to that portfolio. So again, you can provide that end-to-end solution. But when we talk about single source supply for iPECS Cloud, we are talking obviously things like proprietary terminals. So again, standardized set of terminals that you can take forward from the UCP into the cloud environment. Obviously got our third-party terminals that we've already discussed today from Polycom and Yealink. So again, some of those legacy products can be taken forward and used for your customers. So it gives them some continuity of what they're using, but access to the cloud. Obviously, but for full cloud features delivered at the handset, you would be looking at a proprietary terminal. LG screens, as we mentioned again, so very, very nice to be able to go up to a customer and be able to sell them an Ericsson LG Cloud solution with an Ericsson LG handset on the desk and an LG display on the desk to go with it as well. So again, a single source of supply around the brand. But if you've got other business TV or looking for a more entry-level display, we have other devices that are available from Samsung and AOC. And again, your account manager can take you through those and work with our team to make sure you get the right solution on the desktop. And again, for those who are looking to work for home working, taking Nimans as a really good example of what we do. You'll see, say, from the office that, for those of you that are familiar with Nimans, we've refurbished our offices, which is why we've decided to do this webinar today live from the office, so you can see some of that in the background. But we've also moved to put 2 screens on every desk. Everybody now has access to a wireless keyboard and mouse on every desk, and we all operate with a JPL webcam. And this is the kind of scenario we want you to take forward into your channel and be able to offer those out. And our desktop devices in terms of keyboard and mouse are provided by Cherry. And again, there's access to those as part of the portfolio. In terms of the headset solutions, we've already talked about JPL, EPOS, and Jabra. The webcam I'm using today is a JPL one, so again, you can bolt that in, so there is continuity around the brand for the headset use, but also the webcam on the desk. In terms of some collateral around the products and services that we've got, some of you will be familiar already that we have our team certified devices brochure. We have a Zoom certified brochure coming out fairly shortly. And of course, we have our Nimans LG Cloud brochure, but also introducing now the iPECS Cloud brochure as well, all available on PDF from your account manager or from the solutions team. Certainly from our UC Cloud brochure, we cover off all 4 of our cloud platforms, look at some of our Yealink devices, and obviously talk about some of the USPs around the Ericsson LG Cloud platform, and link that into our flipping book so you can see some more of that content online. Also available plenty of collateral from Ericsson LG. So just a few quick examples. There are data sheets that are available. This is just 3 that cover off the handset, which will give an idea of the layout of the handset and some of the features. Obviously, our iPECS Cloud brochure, Yealink. So, and this particular one obviously is the conference phone. But more importantly, the one that we get asked for the most is our iPECS One data sheet, which tells the features and functionality of the soft phone. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is pretty much our whistle-stop tour through the Ericsson LG Cloud platform and why Nimans have adopted it, what we're trying to do with our wraparound product. Next steps, really, I think we'd like to do is if you want to look at this and take a deeper dive, is look to do a one-to-one collaboration with myself and one of the team members, maybe Tony Story or Craig Jones. We can give you a full commercial overview of the product, talk about the onboarding process. We can start taking you through some of that sales training and obviously get you guys tuned into the technical training. So we'd look to have at least 1 person sales trained and 1 person technical trained to support you. In terms of contact, on screen, we've got our full team. So by all means, please contact me directly or Tony Story or Craig Jones, or just email into solutionsupport@Nimans.net. One of the team will be able to respond and get you booked into the diary for a one-to-one. So that's it. There are some things that we haven't covered off today. There's a lot more to talk about, but I'm conscious at the time. A 45-minute webinar has taken 45 minutes. It's going to be a first for me. So thank you very much for your time and your attention today. I hope we've covered off all your questions on the chat function. And to say, please do feel free to contact me directly or one of the team. Thanks very much.